Hello, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a reading for April 3rd through the 9th, 2023, or whenever this message finds you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Please release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters, what are the messages for Cancer, please, for this time? Messages for Cancer, please. Thank you. The Four Forces, Spring, Autumn. The Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench. The Two of Forces, the Willow. Two action cards. Forces are akin to wands in the traditional Rider-Waite. And on the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Roses, the Journey. And that's exactly what this card is about, is where do you want to go and how do you want to get there, Cancer? Whether it's metaphorically or actually physically changing locations, going on a trip. You could be increasing your business locations on the most mundane level. Excuse me, it could be that you're taking a trip, actually a journey somewhere physically. So the first card out for you is the Four of Forces, Spring, Autumn. And as I said, forces are akin to wands in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. So these are action cards, cards of fire, and there, in my opinion, not many similarities. There are some similarities, but at any rate, this spring card shows a budding tree and flowers beginning to bloom. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more so that you can actually see the top portion, since that's the one that this is actually referring to. If this were in reverse, it would be the autumn side, but this is showing the spring cycle, and it indicates you're entering a time of planting and active preparation, just as the springtime is a very full time for the farmer who's tilling the ground and planting his crops. So put in a little more effort now as you lay the groundwork for the time ahead, Cancer. This could be a very creative period for you, and you should take actions in creative projects or work-related endeavors. You should give those more time and intention, and the work you do now could yield great rewards later. Make sure that you engage in extra activity with joy and optimism, because you're always adding energy into your Akashic records of your life. So as you work towards those goals, remember to plant hope and happiness along with all the action that you take. The Akashic force for this card says to close your eyes and feel yourself. Place one foot in the spring and the other in the autumn. As you look at your life, ask yourself what steps you could take that will help you plant a new situation, and what steps will help you harvest. See those actions before you now. The next card out for you, excuse me, Cancer, is the number 4 of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench. So you can see the man digging there. Clearly, he's digging beyond the depth that he needs to in this card. And this card is indicating that there is some type of situation in your life that is possibly triggering to you still, Cancer, that you have the control and the power to be able to look at with new eyes and rise above with your higher self and recognize the trigger and therefore remove the karmic trench. Remove yourself from the karmic trench of that situation. In other words, you recognize it, you see it, you call it out for what it is, and then you can rise above it. Because when you recognize those karmic triggers and your reactions to them, that is when you can leave them behind. Only then can you truly leave them behind. So it's a pattern that is not unknown to you, and you recognize it in whatever area it's in. If it's your job, your relationship, your beliefs, your behaviors, your responses, whatever area. It's time, this card is saying, to take charge of that, lest you relive this karmic pattern over and over for many lifetimes, which you obviously don't want to do. So, it's up to you, Cancer. That can be a bitter pill to swallow. But every time you notice yourself making a choice that digs you into that karmic trench deeper, you take the action to stop it. In every way, you make conscious effort. Because, as I said, without such work, you could spend lifetimes burying yourself in the same feelings. You can make a commitment to make changes every day and dig yourself out. You can do it. The Akashic Force for this card reads, take a moment to remember an old negative pattern that you know all too well. Close your eyes and breathe in the presence and power of your higher self. You become stronger and are filled with the will to step out of the mud, and you do, now and every time you fall into this pattern again. Recognize, Cancer. Recognize. You've got to do that first. That's the first step. And it's so hard sometimes because we are in survival mode. A lot of us are just surviving every day, just, day to day. We're just trying to get through, living paycheck to paycheck, trying to feed the kids and keep the lights on, And so when you recognize those karmic patterns, it does help you see things a little differently, and you start to awaken to the world around you more and what you will accept and what you won't. And just being happy in this life, it shouldn't be so hard sometimes. And it's a human right. Every one of us as a human being on this planet has a right to a happy life. So at any rate, I'm sure that, it's up to you, and you can certainly do the work, Cancer, to dig yourself out of it and to just recognize when those patterns start to trigger you. The next card out for you is the Two of Forces, the Willow. And this is an awesome card for you to get right now, because this card is telling you that just like the willow tree that is stately and strong yet flexible, you are too. So the willow has strong roots and is capable of standing up to anything. And it's time for you to stand tall and feel the strength of the earth beneath your feet, Cancer. So perhaps you need to ground yourself, go out in nature more, get your feet, on the earth right now. It's warmed up, Hallelujah. I'm so thankful for that, that it's warming up. So I love to have my feet in the new grass and just feel the new grass on my feet. And it's definitely grounding for me. It's harder to do in the winter. I still do it, but it's so nice in the spring to feel that soft grass and smell it, everything popping out new. If that makes you feel good, Cancer, definitely do that, because it is grounding. So this is a card of calm, and it's also telling you, it's indicating a time of calm. So enjoy peaceful energy now, and it's also a time for reinforcing your foundation in your work, in your family, or in your spirit. Enjoy this peaceful time of power and belief in yourself, Just like the willow, you have a peaceful strength, Cancer, and it's drawn from the waters of your soul extending through all eternity. Stand confidently in your truth and take actions that support the growth of all the wonderful things in your life, because you are powerful. The Akashic force for this card says, take a deep breath and feel yourself plant energetic roots through the bottom of your feet, moving down to the very depths of the earth and tapping the resources you need. Notice the strength you feel rising up from this profound source of energy. I want to read this part for you again. Stand confidently in your truth. Take the actions that support the growth of all things wonderful in your life. You are powerful, Cancer. Those are beautiful Akashic messages for you for this week. Of course, time is fluid, so as I said, whenever this message finds you, those are beautiful messages. What do you want to plant seeds to harvest? The power of the springtime and hope and renewal, planting seeds for summer and for the harvest. Digging out of the karmic trench and your ability to do so. Recognizing those triggers. Recognizing them as they happen, reacting calmly. As the willow, nothing can move you. Calmly reacting. Strong foundation. Beautiful. I feel calm just looking at that card, Cancer. It makes me feel grounded just looking at that card. So take time to meditate. Strengthen your peaceful abilities, your abilities to zone into the things that you want and focus on the things that you want to. Growth, prosperity, opportunity, love, peace. And in doing so, it allows you to zone out of things that you do not want to focus on. Thank you, Spirit, for these beautiful messages for Cancer. Thank you for this beautiful springtime that's upon us and a new year. Beautiful things to come for us all. What is the Wild Offering Oracle message for Cancer, please? Thank you, Spirit. Ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. Beautiful card. You can take that how it resonates. There is nothing wrong with that, is there? Use me for the highest good. I'm going to pull a card for you now from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Thank you, Spirit, for these beautiful messages for Cancer. What is the Universe Has Your Back deck message for Cancer, please, for this time? Thank you, Spirit. I choose love no matter what. Those are beautiful messages for you, Cancer. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Enjoy your April. Love and light.